This Valentine's Day, celebrate the one you love the most with Hallmark cards at Walgreens. Valentine's Day is the best time to send your favorite person a reminder of just how much they mean to you. A Hallmark card is a super simple and beautiful way to say how grateful you are for the love you two share. Don't forget, Valentine's Day is Saturday, February 14th. Visit Walgreens today to find a Hallmark card that shows just how much you love them. Because love lives here.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Welcome to Short Shifts from the Hockey Think Tank Podcast Boys. Jeffrey Scott Lavecchio here. My partner in crime, Topher Ryan Scott. He has no idea what I'm about to say. He never does. Nobody does. But Toph, our topic tonight that we're going to talk about might be a little different for you because
you were excited about this one too.
I was excited. I thought about this in the car on the way home from seeing you today, driving home from Christmas. I wanted to talk about some of your favorite hockey presents you ever got. Around Christmas, you wake up, and I'm anything to do with hockey. Like when you were younger, you know, I remember I got the Ed Belfour street hockey set. I'm pretty sure it was the Ed Belfour goalie mask and the glove and the blocker. And dude, I remember smelling them. They smelled like that new, like probably cancerous plastic smell. And it was just the eagle on both sides. And I wore that thing for years. And for me, that's one of the ones that stood out the most when I was thinking about this. Do you have any Christmas present or any present, hockey present memories?
You want to know? Actually, it's so funny that you talk about this right now because I'm gonna get a little vulnerable right now.
Okay.
My wife actually just gave me an unbelievable present 2 days ago, Christmas morning.
Okay.
So, as you know, and many of our listeners who listen, one of my best friends, my teammate, my roommate, my line mate at Cornell passed away earlier this year. His name's Ray Sawada. And what many of us didn't really know, kind of knew a little bit, but didn't really know because he couldn't talk about it, was that he was the person who kind of wore the sensors for all of the NHL video games, like Xbox, PlayStation, all that stuff. So like once a year, or not once a year, is like plenty of different times, like he would meet up with EA Sports and, you know, they would put the sensors on him and he would do all this hockey stuff. And like literally, like when you're looking at NHL, whatever you're playing, you're watching him. Like those are his movements, right? And so like now that I know that and I remember like playing that, like it's him, man. Like he was my line mate. I know all of his idiosyncrasies and movements and all that kind of stuff. And so like I haven't played video games in, I can't even tell you how long, certainly since I had kids, but even before that, like when I was coaching at Cornell, I didn't even have an Xbox or anything like that. And so this Christmas, literally like a couple days ago, M got me an Xbox and NHL 24. So I could play the game and watch my buddy, rest in peace, Raymond, you know, on TV, like playing the game. And so I don't know, like that, talk about like a pretty cool present. Like I'm getting kind of emotional even thinking about it right now because I miss him a lot. And especially this time of year, you know, just it's his first Christmas not with his family, you know, and thinking about Nicole and his girls and stuff. But yeah, like it was crazy. Like I opened it up and I was like, I need a minute. I'm gonna walk away for a minute and I'm gonna come back here. I just needed a second to kind of just be alone in my thoughts and stuff. But I don't know, man. I can't think of anything better than that. Like I know there were a couple Christmases where I got like awesome sticks, you know, like the Easton Synergy, you know, how cool those were back in the day.
Oh yeah. I never used one.
Really?
How about I never used a Sin Bomb in my entire career?
Seriously?
Because when I got to USHL, my first year, synergies were like just a thing, and I had been using two pieces. Hilarious that kids don't even know what a two piece means. We do.
No.
And so I used the Z bubble with the Focus Flex because I didn't want to change. And so I used that all 3 years in juniors. And then I first started using a one piece stick when I was a freshman in college.
That's hilarious.
Hilarious. Never used a Sin Bob. Greatest stick ever made, probably.
At some point, we need to do a short shifts on like how sticks used to be, and talk about like heating up the glue gun, and you know what I mean. Like kids will have no idea what
I
that
used
is.
to torch my wood blades. I'd be standing over the stove. I was like MacGyver, and I was heating up my blade, and I would always break them way too soon. My parents like, you break a lot of blades, and it was clearly because I didn't know what I was doing.
Because you were heating them up and curving it, and
heating it up, curving it, cutting off the toe, using a saw to make the blade shorter. So it also, when I slashed guys, it would hurt more because the toe was like a knife. Like what?
Putting on the foil, coach.
Yeah. I remember one year I got a real net, like a real like hockey net, and to me that was like the coolest present ever. And I think that was literally the net I used like all the way until after college. Like I used it my whole life. I think my parents bought it in Canada or something. I don't even know. I remember one year I got roller balls. You know what those are?
No.
Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't know. They were terrible. My mom, I convinced her to buy them for me off QVC because my mom loved QVC. Colleen, I know you're listening, and I know you're going to say you didn't love QVC, but you had a problem. I will say that. We all know it.
You're outing your mom right now.
She loved QVC. She's going to text me as soon as she hears this, whenever this drops. But there was a commercial for these roller balls. It was like the new and improved rollerblade, and it only had two balls. Ball in the front, ball in the back. And instead of wheels, it like rotated all these different ways. They were terrible.
Actually, now that you say that, I think for Christmas, and again, this is so long ago, so it might not have happened, but I'm thinking in my head that it happened now, getting like a pair of rollerblades that looked like hockey skates. Because like when we were growing up, like all of the rollerblades looked like rollerblades. You know, they had the stopper in the back, and you know. Yeah,
the company, they looked like the company rollerblade. Like that's how they looked. They weren't hockey skates.
And so getting actual like rollerblades that looked like hockey skates, because look, like, and this is something that like kids like today, like, do you know how much we played roller hockey back in the day? Like roller hockey was a big thing. Like
you mean like street hockey?
Yeah, street hockey. But even like 4-on-4 like roller hockey leagues. Like in the summer, there was a place in town that like we kind of played spring league, but it was like once a week. You know, we weren't on the ice very much, but we played roller hockey. There were like leagues that were unreal. And so like, yeah, I got like roller blades that looked like hockey skates, and like that was sick.
So nasty.
How about you? Like what else?
Milet goalie pads. Do you remember those?
Oh yeah.
Like plastic ones? Yeah. And you could slide on the street for like 55 feet because it was like that black plastic. And the part that touched your legs was like crappy foam, and the straps. I'd play in shorts when I was playing goalie with my Belfour helmet on, and the straps would like make my skin bleed, and I didn't care. I'd just be out there just diving around the streets. What else? The rollerblade.
Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, you and I got the same present once. That was sick. And it was from our Aunt Kim and Uncle Dave. And they knew Steve Thomas really well. Steve Thomas played a million years in the NHL.
Yep.
And at the time, he was playing with the Red Wings. And they knew that Steve Yzerman was my idol. And I think not quite your idol, but you loved him kind of thing.
Yeah.
You were a Sakic guy, right?
Yeah,
you were all about Joe Sakic. But they got us signed Steve Yzerman Red Wings jerseys. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Sick present.
Shout out to Uncle Dave and Aunt Kim.
Yeah, I remember you were pitching a tent that Christmas. I remember that. That was at your old house. You were Mr. Stevie Y.
I was pretty well, dude. I mean, he's my idol, right?
Yeah,
so like I wore 19. That's why I wore 19.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was pretty cool.
I'm trying to think if there were any other really good hockey Christmas ones. Those were the
I mean, for me, like ones. A lot like video games, like NHL 95 on Sega Genesis type stuff, like whatever the newest. And also I tweeted this actually the other day. Anytime we went up, we usually had like a tournament in Toronto right around Christmas time, like at some point in like December or January. And every time we went up there, my parents would buy me the latest Don Cherry's Rock'em Sock'em video.
Oh, like, legendary.
like, again, old guys here talking, but like all the parents who are involved in hockey will know what these are. And like the kids need to. I like imagine like, oh man, those were the best. Don Cherry Rock'em Sock'em videos.
They gotta be on YouTube, right?
They have to be on YouTube. Go on YouTube and look up Don Cherry Rock'em Sock'em, and I guarantee you will go down a rabbit hole that will be the best rabbit hole you've ever been on.
The greatest thing ever. The hockey highlights on those probably look hilarious to kids now, though. Like the game of hockey back then compared to now.
Yeah, him just butchering all the Europeans' names
on purpose.
On purpose. Maybe some of them maybe on purpose. Yeah, Yarmy Jaeger.
Well, if you guys got a kick out of this one, when this one comes out, we put on our Instagram or YouTube, you got to comment your favorite Christmas hockey presents, because I'd love to hear some of you guys' other ones. We love you. Please share the show.
Love you guys. Share the show.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.